everyone, this is Billy. Welcome to Billy Holman Creations. Today I am going to use a mold I received from Temu, and it is the hands that hold like this. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably need at least 2.5 cups of resin. I'm not quite sure because I'm going to put some stones in the resin. And what I mean by that is actually glass. This is tinted glass. Now it looks kind of yellow in the camera, but it's pink. It's pink. And I got this at a secondhand store. I got like 4 bags of it. So I thought, well, let's just use this on the hands and maybe I can make them a little fleshy color. So I'm going to use my deep pour resin, and it's going to be the K resin, 2-to-1 parts. So now this is going to take 48 hours to cure. I don't want to put it on my heating mat at all. I'm just going to let it cure naturally. So if I have any extra, we'll make another little, maybe a little jar or something like that. But I'm going to put my mask on, and I'm going to get ready to go here. I've got my scale. I did get this from Amazon. I need to zero it out and then do my tare, which would be 2.48, and I will zero that out. Okay, I'm getting the mask. I'm going to do two cups of the 1 part and half a cup. No, in 1 part. Okay, gosh. 2 parts. I don't know if it's A or B. I can't remember. This doesn't say, but 2 parts of the large jug and 1 part of the smaller jug. So that makes it 2-to-1. I'm putting on my mask, and I will be right back. And I guess I'll show you. This is what I use, my ventilator. It's a good one. So let me put that on and I'll be quiet. We'll get to mixing. Gloves and glasses. Glasses to protect your eyes and to help me see. There we go. Okay, I mixed up my 16 ounces of the 1 part and 8 ounces of the 2nd part, and that looks like a lot of resin. Looking at the size of this mold, it's pretty deep, but putting the stones in is going to make a big difference. So I'm going to get my mask back on here. I took it off for a second, and I'm going to pour one into the other and stir for 4 minutes. That made me jump out of my skin, actually. Let me put this up. Alright, that's a lot of resin. That's 24 ounces of resin. I don't think I've done this much resin before, ever. Let me get a regular. Well, I might as well just keep using that. Alright, here we go. Now, let's add. I think I'm going to pour some of this out. Just let's see how much it fills this mold with the glass inside. So first of all, let me wipe this cup out since I used it. All I do is spray some ibuprofen alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. Jeez, Billy, talk right. In my cups, wipe them off. If they get pretty grungy, you can just peel it off with these. And I got these cups, a set of 4 at the $1.25 tree. It was $1 back then, though. Okay, so I'm just going to pour maybe a cup in here. Let's see. I don't want a flash cure though. Look how thin this is, not a bubble in it. I think that's going to be a good start. Let's get the glass. Set that aside. Yes, I had taken this out of the bags, and I rinsed it in a cauldron or a sieve to get all the dusty particles off and make sure it was nice and clean. So I'm just gonna get it all in there. Not all of it, we'll see. I really want it to be nice and thick because it's all gonna fall to the bottom. Oh no, you know what I forgot? Billy. Is it not too late? I wanted to put a little color in that. So look, we're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose that because they're so late. All right, let me just get with it. I pulled out some Resin rose gold. That's what I meant to add to that. So let's do it real quick. Gosh, got in a hurry and wasn't thinking. These are a bugger to open. I wish they put these in little jars. But these came with my Resin when I ordered it. They gave me 24 sample packs, and look how big they are. They're nice. Very nice. Now, let's just get another stick, and I'm going to put... See, and I should have mixed this prior. It's a lot. Let's see what it does. That's what I forgot all about, because you're supposed to mix your mica first in just a little amount so it dissolves. But look, that's going to be clear. I wanted it flesh colored is why I was thinking pink. But we'll add more rose gold. I'm going to add quite a bit. At least we'll have some filler using this glass. And then I can use the rest for something else, eh? Let me just stir. Yeah, it's pretty silly of me not to think of that. It'll be very pretty. And being glass shards, you know, I could run my hand through that and they're not real sharp. So I don't want them to ruin my mold, of course, you know. But I don't think so. I don't think they will. And I think I like that color. Does it match my skin? Can't see me. Does it match my skin? No. But we're going to go with it. So let's add a little more. This is where we're at. I think those were 8-ounce bags of this glass. So we're probably talking, there's 4 or 5, I can't remember. 32 to or more ounces. Ooh, there we go. I want it to be nice and thick. Go ahead and add more. Now you can see bubbles. But this being such a thin resin, Might get a few, might get a lot, might not get any. Oh, that's going to be pretty cool. There, see now? I like it. I like it. Looks rather brown, but it's pink. Rose gold. Alright, I'm just going to start. Let me move this. And let's just get it in here. I'm just going to start with the scoops of glass. Okay, let's just set that aside for a moment if I can without spilling it, because I think that's right on the ridge of the hand right there. So I think I'm good to go. Now, what to do with this? Let's wipe up a second. I'm glad I used that up. I'm gonna like that. Okay, hope you do. Well, let me see if I can shimmy it over, because we're going to do something else. Okay, go over there. It does not look level according to my board. It really doesn't. My board says it's level. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to be right back and grab another mold. Okay, be right with you. Okay, this is one of my favorite molds from Let's Resin. It's a jar. So, that's looking level over there. So, if that's the top, all the rocks are going to be the top. We might have a clear bottom. But before we do that, let's make sure we have a clear top. And I'm just going to try to fill it with least amount of stones. We can always put a tattoo or something on it to fix it up a little. So like I said, plain, this is not a real beautiful color. Oh, and my friend Linda's coming. Today's Wednesday. My friend Linda's going to be here Friday. And I got a last minute gig Friday. So, I might just have to drag her to town. I don't know what else I could have added to that. Oh, you know what I could have added to that? We still have time. We still have time because I pulled it out. This is from Just For You Online UK. This is rose gold flakes. Rose gold flakes. Looks like there's silver in there, but there isn't. Let me just get a little bit on a stick. Put a few in there. That might make it a little prettier. That was about a teaspoon or so. I'm glad I took that out just in case. Don't know if we'll see it. We'll see it. We'll see little flecks of it. Make a pretty jar. Try to get to that other resin quickly. Oh, we're going to have leftovers. We're going to have some left. Okay, that's filled to the brim. Literally. Gosh, I didn't squeeze the bottom. Hopefully it's all down there. I'm squeezing over here, trying not to spill it. There's bubbles coming up. See how that is pushing my solid rocks of the. Add a few more. Well, maybe we can. Let's hope so, or else I'm going to have to do another mold. I got another one right here. Or I have another one. No, I don't. Where's the little bowls? Oh, right here. Goodness sakes, Billy. One of these little bowls. Let's get that in there. It'll all fit. If it will fit. Boy, I got carried away. I think this is the most resin I've ever had left over, because I wasn't thinking correctly, or I didn't measure my molds. Now some people put rice in their molds. Some people put water in their molds. And then there's Miss Wanda. Hi, Miss Wanda. She uses alcohol. She fills her molds with alcohol and then dumps it back in the bottle to get a good approximation of what her molds are going to hold. Well, we won't have a matching lid. Always do that later. But there, just enough. Okay, Billy, quit horsing around. Now, I said I wanted something in the middle of those hands. So, the only thing I could dream up, and it might not fit appropriately, but I think I want to do the frog. We'll use the rest of this resin and do that frog. Got something floating in this resin over here. Okay. First of all, I'm going to quickly torch those bubbles in there. I just filled this up. Oh, there we go. I'm not going to do it over there though. All right. What I have is a mess. No. I'm going to take a glove off for a second before I pour this resin. And it's not warm yet, but it sure is crystal clear. Because what I want to do with this little frog is give it some color. So I was gifted some really pretty flakes or foils, and this came in a set. Gold Leaf by Elevin, and this was gifted to me by a lovely lady named Deidre. So I pulled out a cyan green, and I pulled out a pink, but we're not going to need that now. I'm going to get the cyan green, and very carefully I'm going to try to place this just in the back just in the back of the frog, right down in here. If I can do that neatly. And I'm going to try to use one of these little pixel foam brushes if I can, since I don't have anything handy right here. So, let me see if I can get one little piece. You get quite a bit of foils in that package. Look at that. Ooh, look at that pretty color. So, I don't want it completely filled. I wonder if I can just gently grab a piece. And no, I can't. It's just gonna stick. It's just gonna stick where I don't want it to. Darn it. Didn't think that one through. So I just wanted the back side. Maybe I can just get a little in there. Now, I did get another mold similar to this from Temu, but it's a toad. And you can tell the difference because this frog has pointy toes and the back looks more like a frog, and its hips, it's thinner than the toad. The other one is a little bit bigger, that's why I didn't use it. And that's just gonna have to stay there, darn it. I don't want it everywhere, and it's gonna be everywhere. Well, heck. Just go for it. Let's grab another piece. I don't know how I'm going to get it in there to lay just in the majority of his back. There'll be some stragglers, darn it. That's going to be under his throat. And that's up to his eye. I don't want it up to his eye. Anyway, it would have been easier if this was a flat mold, right? That's what I'm guessing. I'm going to paint his eyes when he's done. When he's all set. Let's see if I can get a little more around his bottom end here. Maybe just a little bit. And I could be happy. Let's see. I could use powders. It would have been easier, right? There's a big spot on his side that's empty. Let's get some in there. Let's see. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Even I've seen so many people do this frog, and even with mica powders brushed on or painted on inside, some of these areas are tough to get to. But I think if I can get that little piece right there, get it over this little gap right to the side. Okay. I think God, I should have some down his nose. Here I go, changing my mind. Get right there. Kind of in his nose. I wonder if a Q-tip with alcohol would take some of that off. Probably not. It's just a thought. But let's see if I can. Get a little squirt there. Oh, it can. It is. It's taking some of that off where I don't want it. It's leaving little flecks though. Even if I can just push those in and away from where I don't want it. It might work, but then they might float anyway. I got some under his chin. That makes no mind to me. Let's get away from his eyes a little bit. Just pulling. All right. I can't fight it. And that's going to float. Let me see if I can't push that down a little bit. All right. Good enough. Back to the gloves. I'm going to mix some color. I just dropped my glove. And we'll make a green frog. Let's see. Ooh, it's warm in this room. Okay. We have a nice clear cup of resin. Nice, that's got pink on it. Nice clean stick. And I found some green India ink by Dr. Martin's Bombay ink. These have been setting a while. I just want a little drop of that if I have to lighten this green up. But I like this oyster. That's a dark green. And I also like this green. This is a Glisco mica powder. A dark green. Now, I got this from Temu. I'll just show you real quick. This is a set of 18. I just took them out of the box. A set of 18. And they're in jars. 18 different colors. And I can put the price in the description because I know it wasn't that much. So, let's go ahead with this green. I like this green. This is frog green. And we'll just put a little bit in there. Oh, I did it again without using another container and just doing a little bit. See what happens. That's pretty. I like that green. See how it mixes. Funny noise. I'm just going to add some colors till I think I like it, okay? I know there's not much there because I'll put it on a paper towel and it won't be green at all. No, we're going to need a lot more than that. It's really going to clash with that foil. See what that does. I like that. still have the shimmer of the micas. And hopefully it won't clash with that foil too much. When it's condensed together, it's going to be a nice color. I think we need more of this. Ah. Oh, I like that. I'm going to add a little more Bombay. Another good squirt. I don't want to overdo it, or else my resin may not set properly. See, it is quite different than this green foil. But here we go. I'm just going to... Okay, I do happen to have another little jar here where I started, and it started with green, so we'll just finish it with green. And the lid too. And those will be done. And I'm going to have extra resin again. These are cute little molds, they really are. Cute little bowls. Whoa. Where'd you go, Bill? Okay. There's something else I do when I'm done with the tissue. I just throw it in there, and then I could use it to wipe my cup out, stave on a little tissue, and I need more. I still have half a cup and more. This is what Julie would do. Heck of a mess. All right. I have 2 more molds. Guess I'll have quite a few of these made. Bummer is I have to wait 2 days for this to set up. Hello everyone. Well, these have been sitting almost 2 days, and they feel like they are pretty cured. And I must say, I had a lot of extra resin. I even had enough to do some bookmarks. Well, 2.5 or 3 with the green. Now these molds have a textured design on them, and I went ahead and colored them with my my acrylic markers that I got from Temu, and they're still a little bendy, but this is like a spotted, I don't know what kind of skin that would be. This one is just the last of the resin, so that's not full yet. Let's just demold these. Like, they're still a bit bendy. This one has flowers in it. These are indented. I might repaint them, change the color a little bit, because I'm not real fond of them, but what do you do? All right, let's see this one. This one is feathers. Now that's pretty cool. Now I like that green. Look how this green turned out on the part that wasn't painted. I do like that, and I do like this. I might add a little white paint to the tips of those feathers. But those need to set up some more, and I can finish them at another date. I went ahead and took the lid off of one of these little jars just to make sure they were set, and they're a little tricky to get out. So I'm just gonna loosen these up a little bit, spritz some ibuprofen alcohol inside. That helps to loosen them up, and then that should slip right out. Now that one's different. Look at that. It's got some clear green and green on the top. That one's pretty. And I do have those little birds that could sit on top of the lid. I don't know if I'll do that, but I do like them rather plain. They look like a cookie. That one's cute. I do like the clear band on it. Okay, we'll set that aside. These, overflow, these might just be solid green. I can't remember. I think they are. Get a little start on it. The lids are what's harder to get out. But there we go. Give it a little squirt inside. Roll that around. Loosen it up. And whoop. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Huh, copper top. Well, that one's nice. I like that. Copper with the green. They're so cute to make for your sales. People just eat these up. You can get, you know, I think if I weighed it, maybe there's an ounce of resin in there. And at one time I calculated resin costs about $1 an ounce. Like 89 cents or something. So you figure $1 an ounce. And if you triple your expenses, say for your resin, your time, and whatever else you put into it, that's $3, and you can sell these for $5. You know, they're not hard to make at all. This one's solid green with a copper top. That one's very pretty. I need to sand the bottom a little bit, but they fit really nice together. So I'm happy with those two. Okay, this one is not full enough to demold, so I will put that aside for extra resin and make a lid to match it. And then we have this jar inlet, and I'll tell you, I wanted flesh color, sort of. I don't know why, but this has got to be the ugliest color I've ever seen, really. I don't know what to make of it. I don't think it's pretty at all. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a peach, yet it's, I don't know. It's rather pukey to me, but see what we can do with them. But I do like this jar mold. This is one of my favorites. It's soft. Oh, it is soft. I might have to wait and demold the hand and frog tomorrow because this one's quite bendy. Oh, I'm going to distort it if I keep messing with it. All right. Oh, come on, you. We're going to have to wait, or I'm going to butter this up completely. Maybe I better just leave it in there. See how it's bending? Ew, I don't know. Well, yeah, I just made a big divot in it, and it's not going to work. Did I just waste it and ruin it? I don't know. Probably. I'll probably have fingerprints all over it. Alright, well, there it is. It's not too badly distorted, but yeah. So I'm sorry, I'll have to wait till tomorrow and try to unmold these because this is a deep pour. These are smaller pieces, which are going to be softer anyway. But I just hope that fits around the rim of the jar. All right, well, I tried. We'll have to wait till tomorrow. Until then, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Well, guess what? I'm back. I'm going to try to get these hands out. It's pretty solid, and I'm kind of anxious. But, like I said, that's a deep pour. Looking at the inside of this mold, I really like it. But the underside, well, I just pulled this apart, and it's pretty solid in there. Let's just do it. I'm just going to do it. I can't. My patience is not working well for me on this thing. I'm really excited. I think this is one of the deepest molds I'd ever done. Let's see how it turned out. Well, I can't say that. I did that fish in a spear. Boy, that was terrible. Trying to get out of there. I had a heck of a time with that one. That's where the glitter took over and you could hardly see the fish. That's going to come out easy. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm excited now. And I like the effect of those stones. Now I'm liking it. I over poured because you really don't have to go all the way to the top of the mold, I think. But, oh, it's going to be great. Are you ready? Oh, I have to stand up. This is going to be so cool, actually. And here we go. Ta-da! Oh, it's got freckles. Still a little tacky. I shouldn't finger it too much, but look at that. Now I like that. Does that look like hands? Does that look kind of... Wow, that turned out. And I don't see a divot or a bubble. Oh my gosh. Feeling it. I know down here. See, I'm going to sand that back off. Right here, you can see there's a couple bubbles right there. But other than that, ooh, I'm going to have to paint the fingernails. Look at that. Bet I could. Are those man's hands or lady's hands? I guess it doesn't matter. But okay, I'm happy. I'm really happy. That turned out really pretty. And I saved a lot of resin by using up all those stones. Came out of the mold nicely. That's a nice mold. Okay, let's just keep going. Now, let's do the jar. I'm just going to do the jar so I can make sure that lid fits on it. Just get a start here. I've got to get this video out to you. I've been slacking. My husband had surgery on his hand. He's doing well. Music took me away. I think I'm repeating myself. But I have not been able to get much done as far as any art or crafts go. And then I'm having company tomorrow. My friend Linda is coming to stay a week with me. That'll be fun. I love it when she's here. She's a great cook. Oh my goodness, that woman can cook. I don't cook anymore. I let the hubby do it. He's a good cook. Now, let's see if I can get this out. I think I have 3 of these molds. Who's scratching my... What are you doing, Annie? She's in my chair. Ooh, now that's pretty. I wonder if we can beef that up with something. But let's see. See, it's this thin area here. Well, it's not too bendy. Let's just get down and dirty in there. There we go. There we go. It's a little distorted. But That's nice. We did put glitter in there, didn't we? That's a piece of extra resin. Oh, on the side. That needs sanded. Not a problem. Let's see. Okay. We're going to be all right. Oh, we're going to be all right. I'll have to do something to doctor that one up. Maybe a tattoo up there. Or a rub-on. If I can get it off. Uh-oh. Did I distort it? Uh-oh. Billy, you ruined it. Did you ruin it? Gosh. I can't get it off. What are we going to do? That was dumb. Because now I can't get it unscrewed. It's screwed on really good. I'm going to have to get it off, even if I bugger it up. I'll have to make a new lid. Ah! Well, that happens, doesn't it? Okay. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Put it down. Step away from the vehicle. Okay. I like it. It's not my favorite work, but I like it. Okay, that's going to set up now. Pop this back. I want to make more. I do have the mushroom, the little mushroom house. It's just a matter of getting to it. Okay, here we go. If I can get this little bugger out of here without buggering him up. I'm afraid the foil is going to really clash with the color green, but I do love this mold. I've never made one before, but I've watched so many artists use this mold and they all come out beautifully. It's not going to be too tough. Let's get a little alcohol in there. Imagine once we get his butt out, we can get his head out. Ooh, look at that. Oh, come on, you. Oh, we got to get this from his arms. Come out of there. Is that going to be... Whew, that's a tight squeeze. Get that out. Right there. This little side under his armpit. Okay, I'll get that out. All right. I think we're on the downhill slide. That's not too bad. Okay, let's get his little face. I think we need to get some alcohol in there. I'm going to paint his eyes. Put the little dot of life in there. Oh, look at him. I didn't do too bad on the foil. He's got a shiny back. Look at those eyes. His little mouth. We got some on his chest. Sand him a little bit. All right. Now the question is, my mother was definitely afraid of frogs. That's what made me think of this. Oh my gosh, my mom. She hated frogs. Will it fit in there? I wonder. I like him propped up in the hand. Don't you? Or I could glue him somehow. Or have him sit. I like that. Isn't that adorable? Okay, I'm happy. I'm glad I demolded tonight. Have a frog. Have a frog. My mom someone gave my mom a coffee cup. Here's a story. So I'm a little girl and I'm with my mom and she's visiting a friend. And the gal hands her a cup of tea. And as my mother was drinking, unbeknownst to her, there was a ceramic frog in the cup. And when she took her first sip, the eyeballs were just right there. Oh, I never saw my mom come unglued. My mom, I mean, she flung that cup. Didn't break it because the lady gave it to her afterwards. But my mom was just beside herself. I had to laugh so hard. And you know, You can't help but laugh when people freak out sometimes. But anyway, that was a fun story I'll never forget. I hope you like my frog in the hand. Isn't that sweet? I love it. Okay, I'll take some pictures. I'll get this up as soon as I can. We're going to put some life into those eyes. Sand him down. I'll let them cure overnight on some silicone. And I thought I wouldn't like this. I really like this. All right, take good care, everybody. Thank you for watching. Sending big hugs. Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm back to finish these up with you. Oh, I'll tell you, I had a heck of a morning. I couldn't find something. You know how that goes when you can't find something and it just drives you batshit? Pardon me. I went batshit crazy this morning trying to find my bits to my Dremel tool. Anyway, that's my cuss word for the day. So, what I did this morning is I just sanded the edge of these bookmarks so they're nice and smooth. They're a little thick, but I guess we'll just go with those. These I'm going to paint later and finish up, so that'll be with my finish these up projects, and I'll probably do a video when I can finish up a bunch of little things that I've started. So first of all, let's paint the eyes of this frog. Now I got on Google, and there's all different colors of frog's eyes. There's frogs with red eyes, there's frogs with black eyes, and gold eyes. Some have the slits on the eyes that are vertical, some have them horizontal. And I don't know if that's because of the way they can, you know, move their eyes around, or I'm not sure how that works, but there's different varieties and there's different ways to do a frog eye. So you just pick your color and do what it is you want to do. So I'm going to use my tester's paint here. I've got gold, black, and white. And I'm going to start with a little gold. And you can't see much of an eyelid there, but there is a little bit of an eyelid. So I've got my gold testers here. And I'm just going to take my fine paintbrush. I need to get another new fine one. I think this is about as fine as I have. And we're just going to, let me move that out of the way. We're just going to get a little gold and just do that circle. And I'll tell you, I've been shaking today. I think I've had too much coffee. Plus a little Bailey's in it. I don't do that normally, but my friend Linda is here. She came in a couple days ago. Yesterday we went shopping a little bit. We went into the secondhand stores. I got some more flannel shirts because I live in my flannel shirts. That might be what Claire and I have in common. I notice she always wears a flannel shirt. But anyway, hello Claire, I hope you're watching. I'm going to leave a little bit of an eyelid on here and just get my gold around that. We'll show a little bit of the eyelid there. I'm not going deep enough. Where's my paint? There it is. But anyway, that's what's been happening with me. Once again, trying to catch up. So Richard, my husband, and Linda are cooking brunch. She loves to cook. I don't cook anymore. So let me get that gold off of there. I got a little carried away. Kind of got sloppy. Really? I need to get a little bit of my acetone. Wake that up. Grab that. I have some over here. And another little makeup brush here to wipe this off. I think I'm going to have to close the door because they're having a big old conversation. Let me do that.
49 is like, you know, a good sale price at our local grocery store.
All right, pardon me for that. I just wanted to get this done for you all today. All right. Let me see if I can get this nice and neat on the underneath part. Try to be as neat as I can. But yeah, I noticed when I was sanding, I had the shakes this morning. That's okay. There. Let's do the other one. You can fast forward if you'd like to. I'm not opposed to that at all. This one doesn't show much of an eyelid. Maybe he's winking at us. Just get that around there. Looks kind of odd. One wide open and one quite kind of shut. It all depends on the mold, I suppose. This is a nice mold. I'm sure you've all seen this mold. A lot of artists use it. It's really cool. I just wanted to try it. I had a lot of toads in my yard this spring. At night they were decrossing my patio trying to get to the, I've got a canal just a block away, and I'm just going to make this round. So they're on their way to breeding. I found one this spring as big as my hands. He was a grand poobah of toads. He was massive. So I picked him up and kind of moved him. He didn't even pee on me. Usually they do that. But anyway, I'm just gabbing. I hope you're well today. Thank you for joining me again. All right, we've got some gold eyes here. And I've got a few things to show you while these are drying. So let me just, look at that. Really, wrong lid. Just wipe that off a little bit. I forgot to grab my little jar that has my, it's a little tester's jar that they send you with acetone in it. All right, you're gonna set aside. We'll finish you in a minute. So while I have that, I just want to show you our little jars. Turned out really cute. The lids fit nicely. I don't know what I'm going to do to the tops of those. This one is not complete, so we're going to set that aside and possibly put the white one on that later. So that one needs finished. And let me show you real quick how I clean my molds, because I've got a couple I just want to get some of that resin off of. Strapping tape. Pardon the noise. I usually always just take some strapping tape, packaging tape, shipping tape, just go across your mold. When they get real bad, I'll wash them, you know, under warm soap and water, but this just takes everything off really nicely. I go through a lot of it. Just try to take care of your molds and they'll last a long time. Now the frog has a lot of glitter on it, so we'll see what I can just go across here, button that down and take it right off. So that's what I do with those. Just wanted to show you. I don't know if I've showed you before how I do that, but that can be done later. Now, okay, Linda actually picked out this jar here. She likes it. I'm not fond, but in order to decorate the lid, I had her choose what she'd like to put on it, and she came across this holographic, looks like a moon with flowers and 2 butterflies, and that can fit right in there. So I believe we need to get the sticky back off of there. We'll put it on top, and then I'll do a clear coat of resin to finish that off before she leaves. And I can't seem to find it. It's got to be here, unless this is just a regular, I don't know, I didn't look at the package. I got these off of Temu. I know there's a little edge that needs trimming. Maybe I'll just slide that into the resin when I do it. Let me cut that one edge off. So I don't think there is a sticky back. So that will be that when it's done. And, oh, before it's done, let me show you something else. I totally forgot. I'll show you with the hands. Now, because of the glass shards I put in here, I had to really sand the bottom. And, you know, I don't want to just leave it like that. I want to put cork on that. Same with the hands. The hands really had a lot of glass here, so I took my Dremel and smoothed that down. So, my tip for you, and I used, because this was thick, I put it on my copy machine. Because it was thick, I wasted quite a bit of black ink there. But I did it also with the jar. Just make a copy of whatever it is you want to use for a template. Make a copy, cut it out, and it fits perfectly. So that's what I'm going to do here with the hands. I'm going to go a little smaller because of the lip here on the hands, but I'm just going to cut this out, and I'll use it as a template for my cork. You might have to trim it up some, but it sure gives you a nice idea, you know, full-sized, and whatever it is you need to do, it works out. And this, if I cut it correctly, will fit right inside those hands. Just like this. I think it's a lot easier than trying to, you know, put your paper down, and I don't know. I don't know how else I would do it, really. This seems to work for me. There's a little dent in here. I don't know if I'll cut that out. I think I'll wait and see if I have to. We'll just go around the edges like that. Okay. And this should fit nicely right in there. Right in there, see? Works out great. I'm still on the inside of the mold. Might have to shimmy it a little bit, but there you go. That'll work perfect for my cork. And I'm going to use, what is it, 1/8 of an inch cork. Now this does not have the sticky back, so that's what I'm going to use. Let's get back to the frog for just a second. We'll do that. I think this will be pretty. Oh, he's still a little tacky. Guess we should wait. All right, back to this. Let me get my cork. I'm going to, well, I can get a circle out of that. I'm just going to take my pen. Or you could use a circle template if you had the proper size for it. I did see on Temu they have a nice set of templates, but I didn't purchase them. But for those of you who are looking for templates, if you go on Temu and go to my link and get into Temu, you can shop. Use my code, which is listed in the description also, and That would help me out a little bit. I'm looking for a pen now. I had one. Must have put it over here. Okay, here we are. I'm just going to trace this out. We in frame? Yes. Whoops. Whoop. Trace this out. Cut it out. And we'll use E6000. Super glue will work. So let's just cut that out. And we'll glue that in. There we go. I can do the hands off camera. Get those ready. I'll take some stills, and this should finish this video up here shortly. So let's get a little glue here. Just double check that. That's a rough circle. I didn't cut too neatly, but it will fit. There's a little flat area. Where is that flat area? Let's find it. It's in there somewhere on the side. Maybe not. I think I'm going to trim that right there. It doesn't seem really rounded. That should work. That should be just fine. Okay, now I have my E6000. Ooh, a brand new big one, semi-new. And you have to get rid of that rubber here on the top. This is rather a rubbery glue when you start out, but boy, it holds just about anything and everything you need to glue down. Clean that up. We'll just put a blob here. Let's go this way. Oh, don't matter. I'll go this way. Put a blob on there. We'll just smear it around with a pop stick and put her right on it. Right up to the edge. It'll ooze out a little, but you can peel that up if it's seeping through. There we go. Come back here. Flip you over. Normally I wouldn't do that to these jars, but since the shards were on the bottom, sticking up, I didn't want them to scratch a tabletop or anything like that. So there we go. Let that sit right side up to dry. Let's get back to this frog. All right, I'm going to do vertical lines, and we're going to use a little black. See how neatly I can do this. Let's see, back to the fine brush. Poke this in here. Okay. They got a plan. They have a plan. The kitchen cooks have a plan. We're just going to do a little slit right here, vertically like that. It doesn't have to be too big. I think that looks good, don't you? Maybe there's a little trail of paint that's kind of bothering me. But that should work. Go to the other side. I'll do it again, just right in the center, but not all the way across. Just give it a little arch one way, go down, and a little arch the other way. And that corner needs a little bit of more paint. Right about there, just like so. I like that one better, it's a little bigger. Let's try to go a little bigger on this one. Just a fine brush, take your time. Just do a little arc and bring it to the point. Just like that. Very good. All right, now we need, of course, you know me, I'm a big believer in that little dot of life. So with the white, I'll just grab a toothpick and we'll do a little dab of white. If I can get that back in the lid. Please try to keep these in your lid, or if you don't, that lid is going to be a bugger to get off. Okay. So with a toothpick or your pointy tool, or even the tip of one of your mini brushes here, I'm going to grab a toothpick. Here we go. And we just need that little bit of white. Just a little tiny bit on your toothpick. And I'm going to go not up, not in, but towards the edge of that black, just right on the top. That's all you need, just a tiny little dot like that. And then try to put it on the same place on the other side, just into the black, toward the top, a little to the side, like that. There's your frog eye. There's your frog. He has some life to him. That's the way to do it. Okay, now I know the frog is too big for the hands. I just like the concept. You could put anything in these hands. I've seen Susan Danko do a beautiful memorial for her birds in this hand mold, but I just like the idea. He's a bit big, maybe a little turtle. Little turtle would work. You could turn him this way. I just like the idea of, hey Mom, look what I found. Look at that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like and subscribe, I'm always trying to do something different. And it's usually with resin. I do some handicap crafts. But yes, thank you again for watching. This is Billy. Y'all take good care. I'm sending hugs. Bye.